Hey guys, in this video we're going to just have a look at the basic introduction to isometric drawing. So isometric is a method of communicating a design in three-dimensional. We can take, in this case here in this sheet, we have 6 examples of little solid objects, so a set of steps here or whatever it happens to be. There's an elevation and a plan given, and we have an area then to work in three-dimensional. The difference between this and oblique, in oblique projection, you usually draw the full elevation. For flat, basic objects, you draw the full elevation first, and then you go off at 45 degrees. In isometric, there are no horizontal lines, so what was horizontal is now 30 degrees. Everything is going to go 30 degrees to the left, or 30 degrees to the right. But similar to oblique, vertical lines will still remain vertical in this. We're just going to be doing this now, and we'll be counting the boxes basically. So when we're starting here, the length of the steps, there's two boxes long, 2 and 2, and we'll be applying it but along an isometric grid. So isometric meaning 30 degrees left, right, 30 degrees left, and vertical. They're the 3 angles we'll be marking. When we get on to more complex drawings, there will be curves put in, there will be slopes put in, and that will change what we're doing slightly, but everything on this page will be nice and easy to work with. Just do a little bit of freehand sketching. All 6 of these, all freehand sketched. The elevation is, as I said, flat, so that's drawn full, all boxed out along the grid. That gives me the lengths of the object and the height of the object. And all the lengths and heights are used, and there's only one dimension remaining, and that's here, is the depth of the object. And the depth is 2 boxes. So what I'll do is I'm going to go back by 2, and draw it in. Back by 2, whatever angles I was using at the front, I can use at the back. Now this whole page is freehand only. Back by 2. Now don't get, I'm just going heavier here because I don't want to utilise or use or include that front corner that was there. And back by 2, and 2. And that's a kind of it really for one like this now. I think it gives a better looking object in the oblique. I think in a way it looks better. This is very basic. There's no hidden detail to be shown here or anything like that. That's our starting point. Let's get on to our next one. On this one here, we've used all the dimensions, the lengths and heights from the elevation, or they have used it already. This is the length of the plan, and the depth of it is 1, 2, 3 boxes. So once again, freehand sketch. You could take every point at the top surface here if you want, and then join them after. You should also be realising that if it's vertical at the front, it's vertical at the back. Whatever shapes are prevalent at the front or whatever angles, they're going to be the very same at the back. Nothing to see down here. That's hidden away. We can't see up underneath the object. This time, what have they done? They've gone 1, 2, 3 high, and they've gone 1, 2, 3 long. Now is that correct? Okay, 1, 2, 3 high, and if you feel like it, if you think it would help you, like box them in, you know, put it all in there in little cubes. So it's 1, 2, 3 high, and it's 1, 2, 3 long. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I'll just cube this out into individual little parts. Now the front corner is missing. I'm going to act like as if it's there for now. I'll keep this part light. This is kind of all construction sketch only. The full depth of it is 1, 2, 3. So I'll go back here. 3, 3. I'll do the same here at the front. And I can join the dots at the back. As I said, acting like as if the front corner is full. Because what I'll do next, I'll heavy in the parts that can be heavy. That whole step there at the back can be heavy. The full back edge along here can be put in solid lines. And this little front edge here is solid. Now it comes out by 2, and then we cut the corner off. We take a box off. So it comes out by 2. And then we take a box off it there. That's that one complete. Working along onto our next one. And down here, I assume they're going the opposite way this time. For the last 3 it was all going big face here on the left side. This time I'd say the big face is going over here on the right hand side. They've probably started here in the bottom corner, gone in and up. So in and up 1. Some people find this one so much easier on this topic that they just grab the colouring pencils and spend those couple of seconds, and maybe you're one of those people. If you are, take a little bit of time to do so. So that purple face is the first one that you're mapping out, and at least it gives you a little bit of direction towards it. Some people just go ahead and do it straight away and they find it easy, but sometimes the bit of colour will help us to link up what we're doing. Taking our distances again, so I'm going to start actually down along, and I'll end up over here and I'll come back in again. So from the top point I'm in 1, 2 spaces, I'm up 1, 2 spaces. 2 along the top, 2 back down, up by 2, down to the ground again, back in, back up, and give it a check. How many? It should be 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes in between. To make this 3D, we're looking at lengths and heights being used, and it's the depth here. The depth that you can see in plan is right there, and that is 2 boxes deep. Oh yeah, it's already started first. 2 deep, 2 deep. I'll do the same here for another couple of points. And now, what's missing? There is definitely something missing. It just doesn't look complete. And if you started looking around this thing and say, right, what have I not projected back? That one, not projected because it's underneath and I can't see it. This one underneath, this one is underneath, but this one here, I can definitely see a little portion of that. That's just like a little wall there, standing up. And if I keep making my way around, that's the bottom corner hidden, this one. And it goes back 2 boxes, and that's it. It kind of coincides with the corner. So I don't need hidden detail, don't forget. So I don't need to show it coming back in. This next one finished. They gave us no start this time, so you can go any way you want with this. The full front face of this is basically, it's unobstructed. There's nothing getting in the way. So when I'm going to start here, I'm going to start off with a full front face of the object. There's no corners cut off. There's no angles. There's nothing really. There is a hole there, a square hole back in the middle of the face, which we'll deal with in a while. Size wise, it is 1, 2, 3, 4 long, and I suppose it's 1, 2, 3 high. Do this any way you want, really, doesn't matter. I'm going to start here, if I have enough space. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4 long, yep, plenty space. 4 long and 3 high. I've seen a lot of mistakes before. If I was talking through this in class and I'd say that I'm going 4 long, and someone will count 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. I don't count the dots, I count the actual spaces. Now that's just my personal preference. I want to work on this green face first, so I'll come out and down, out and down. And everything lands on the grid lines for now, until we start getting into curves and slopes. Every part of this is going to be probably 1, 2, 3 deep. So 1 box, 2, 3. And what's missing? All that's missing is that square hole in the center of the face, and it's very, very easy to put that in. There's the square hole in the center of the face, and the left side and right side of that now are split by the inside corner, and we can't see the bottom of this. The inside corner goes down by 1 box, which means it's right there, and everything else would be hidden detail. We don't need to put in hidden detail, as I said already. Last one on this page, and this time we're definitely going to have to take a slightly different approach to some of the other ones. What's out the front, what's out near me? Well, this blue face along here that's only seen as an edge right there, that face is what I'm going to start with, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes long, and it's 1 box high. Decide which way you want to put it facing. It doesn't really matter. I'm just going to go this way. I think 1, 2, 3, 4 boxes long and 1 box high. Next, what I'm actually going to do is ignore the cutout and ignore the piece that's up top. I'm going to just act like as if it's one single flat piece, 3 boxes deep, but I'll keep it light. And from there I can add or subtract anything I need to. So I'm going to subtract, first of all, I'm going to subtract this little area here, this box at the front. So the area at the front is there, and I can go straight in heavy with the pencil now. That's the front part subtracted. Now there's missing detail here because that's going to go down and that's going to go back. And this, maybe it just takes a bit of time, a bit of practice, and you'll start to see all these things. Maybe you'll get it straight away. I want to add this block on, which is 2 high. So it's 2 wide, 1 deep. And when I have a back corner, I can easily kind of structure it in there. It's very, very handy actually. I'll go 2 boxes high. If you would prefer, then you should be adding more and more colour to these. That is a basic introduction to isometric, creating 6 little 3D sketches along the way. They can be turned any way you want. Usually I turn them so that I can see the most. If I turned it backwards, I'd be looking at the big block and I might not be able to see some of this. So that wouldn't be ideal. You turn them in a way that you can see the most detail possible. That's our introduction. We're going to be moving on. The next task is going to be a lot more based on your drawing equipment, and you're going to be doing some measured drawings using your 30-degree set square and creating some 3D objects as well. Thanks for watching.